Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. So Octopath is a smash hit and I couldn't be happier. Called it. Everything I saw in the demo is still true and even more so. Now that I'm 30 hours in and have a full team and party proclivities, I wanted to make a video going over some of the more subtle nuance and give some pro tips and an overview of things. Pro tip number 1. Choose your starting character wisely. Now I picked the Apothecary on a whim and I'm glad I did. He is one of the 2 characters who can heal, and one of his class perks is a 500 health boost early on. This is clutch because your starting character will always be in your party. You cannot swap them out. Having a healer who is tanky and does solid attack and ice damage was key in carrying early game difficulty. Observation. The world levels up with you, so always having your highest level toon in your party can help you swap in that character you never use to boost some levels. Also, you can tell what level area you're going into at the bottom left, so you can't accidentally walk into opponent's situation. Pro tip number 2. Look for team synergy. I really like pairing the Thief with my Apothecary, as the Thief can steal SP and distribute it to the other characters, and the Apothecary can heal and revive. So your party can be completely sustainable without items and stay out in the field longer. Also, when you level up, your characters get full health and mana, so that helps as well. Observation. Units do not keep status ailments in perpetuity or once fights end. Thank you, Square. Conversely, if a unit is dead and an encounter finishes, they won't get XP and they stay dead. Pro tip number 3. Don't grind. Use the character chapters to level. I have not wasted any time grinding in this game other than briefly in the beginning to get my Apothecary in a strong position. This game is huge. It took me about 20 hours just to gather all the characters. Now this is done by completing a character's opening chapter, which consists of a dungeon crawl and boss fight. Once you do this, you unlock their next chapter in the world, which will be considerably higher level. Now rather than grind it out, I'd recommend progressing a different storyline. By doing this, you are forced to level everyone, as character chapters only involve them story-wise. So in order to unlock it or do it, you need to have that person in your party. Pro tip 4. Recognize a grinding sweet spot. That being said, you will come across areas that are giving huge amounts of XP for easy fights. When you see these, exploit them for a few easy levels. Observation. Enemies will show how damaged they are by the color of their name, white to green to red, so you know when you should be going all out or wasting those BP points when they aren't broken or stunned. Pro tip 5. Drop attack bombs. This one is pretty self-evident, but still important. Save up boost points, get enemies in break status, then unleash. You can find secondary jobs from shrines hidden in the world that will allow you to equip the abilities of another class. This is critical for having most attacks covered for all enemy weaknesses. You can also augment abilities too. So for instance, the warrior can give himself boost damage, and then the thief can drop the enemy's vulnerability. So when you drop that 4 charge boost damage attack, you can essentially do triple damage. Observation. The special actions characters have are mirrored by another character. Thief steals items and the merchant buys them, but they are the same item in each case. Warrior attacks, hunter attacks. Dancer and priest make people follow them, and apothecary and scholar glean info. Though the apothecary never fails, so his seems like the better skill, though he does need a certain level to do that at some points. Pro tip number 6. Save your money, steal often. Rather than kit out your toons in each town, besides when you first recruit them, save your money and steal as much as you can. You will find a lot of armor this way, and if something is really good, have the merchant buy it. You can also unlock the purple chest with the thief too, so rolling with him in your party is a good idea. Pro tip number 7. Find a core 4. My core 4 would be the apothecary, hunter, thief, and warrior. I have good AoE, healing, and damage. My biggest weakness is magic AoE, but that's about it. Having these 4 allows me to sub out one of them for a character I don't use as much and be able to carry them through their story chapter. Or I can just plug in Cyrus for either my warrior or hunter to get that heavy AoE magic damage like I was talking about. Observation. Storylines in this game are character specific. This is not a party game, at least not yet. They do have banter, but other than that, they are just along for the ride. It's a little odd immersion-wise. How is someone sneaking into somewhere by themselves? Oh, and then with my 3 buddies. But the game is so good, I'll allow it. Now these are just some quick pro tips and observations to help you get started. I'm loving this game. Let me know what you think. This could upset God of War as Game of the Year for me, but we'll see. Anyways, it's been so nice getting a hold of you. Take care.